Welcome back, or if this is your first time here, thank you for joining. We're going to be talking Speranza in this video. We're going to talk workshop, raider, trader, deck, store, talk about the credits, talk about the mail system, stash, inventory management, how to attach stuff to your gun, how to take it off, some little hacks here and there. But with all that said, let's get into it. Let's go to the workshop. Scrappy. We talked about Scrappy in our first video, the 5 beginner tips. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it. Let's go watch that. Workbench. Workbench, everyone starts with. This will all be yours to start the game with. You won't have any of the other ones. This is where you can craft your basic bandages and shields, basic grenades, basic weapon systems. These will all not be here. This will just be a cluttered room. Once you start playing the game and get certain things unlocked, you'll start to be able to get level 1 all these and start going to level 2 and 3. Here's our gunsmith. I'll put a picture in the middle of the screen on every single one we go through on 1 through 3 on what you need for ingredients to upgrade these. But here's your gunsmith. Here you go. You can already get a better 3-round burst, your shotgun, sniper, and some attachments. I don't have level 3 unlocked, so I can't use any of these yet, but these are the blueprints. When you play the game, you find, you learn them, and you come out. You go to the top, that's how you level up. This is what's going to be required. And if you want to upgrade weapons, you come here. I do it a different way, but this is just to master all the weapons in my inventory that I can start upgrading. Gear bench. Gear bench is where you're going to do your backpacks and shields. To me, this is the most important one. You're going to want to get this one to level 2, in my opinion, before all the other ones, simply because you'll be getting this looting MK2 blue. Very easy components to craft with a very big 22 storage space backpack. You're going to be able to go in, gather a lot more materials, and extract. Great for your looting runs. You don't really have to be messing around in any of the fights. If you know you're going to get in a fight, probably take a free loadout or just take a green backpack. There's really no shame in that because these are also super easy to craft, just your basic gray parts. Explosive stations. Not just grenades, because smoke grenades would be in the utility. This is where all the stuff that's going to go boom is going to be. Your medical table. Better bandages, better shields. Herbal bandage. This is the one that you're going to hear everybody saying. Stop running your basic bandage, run herbal bandages. We'll be able to buy your Great Mullen from one of the vendors we'll talk about, and you're able to craft durable cloth. So it's kind of self-sustainable if you're not able to go find this when you're in-game. You know, they're green, so they're not hyper common, but the more of these you get, the more bandages you can make. These better bandages, they are very noticeable when it comes to healing. Utility station. You got your smoke grenades, lure grenades, raiders, all this good stuff here. You're going to want to get this, you know, not really, in my opinion, a priority. I really don't craft any of this stuff, but if you're one of those people that really want to bring in some utility, you're going to want this because level 2 unlocks all the fun stuff. Those lure grenades are great. If you start getting in a pinch or someone's trying to do some PvP and you're not about it, just throw this at them. More than likely there's no arc near them. That's going to make them run because you don't even want to gamble that. The refiner. This one's going to be big once you start getting, like, again, that gunsmith and workbench level 2. You're going to be crafting these mechanical components like crazy. I need, I don't know, 10 to 15 of these a day to go through to upgrade guns because I'm not extracting 100% of the time. Here's your durable cloth we talked about and some other components. These little marks here is saying I'm tracking it because I want to upgrade a specific piece. Let's say the gunsmith bench right now. So I press track resources. That's how you do that. And it'll put a little eye even when you're in the game on what you're tracking, so like you know you need that item. That's everything here for workshop. Let's go check out the raider. But first, let's not forget our goal is 100 subscribers. I just looked before we did this video and we are at 90. We are 10 away from our milestone. Once I get 100 subscribers, my wife back here is going to get me an ice cream cake. And you're right, your boy is hungry. I need this ice cream cake, guys. Let's not sleep on that. We greatly appreciate the support, and we're going to continue giving you guys content. Right now, we're really focusing on Arc Raiders because it's a new game, very popular game. But I'll be back on Battlefield, back on PUBG, and back on Valorant here not too long in the future. Here's your Raider tab. Skill tree, just your basic survival, mobility, conditioning. I'm not level 75, so you don't see me maxed all the way out. I'm still pretty new to the game, working my way through. The biggest thing that they updated is adding a skill reset. The first time you do it is 60,000 coins. Now, I've already done it once, so you see mine at 70. But if you're going to want to continuously change this, because maybe I push hard in mobility and the new update comes out and they just move some things around that are not working the way you like. So just go ahead and reset, take some points out of mobility, and put them in a different tree. Customization. This is where you can change your outfits. I'm not going to go too crazy on this. It's up to you guys to explore on that one. What you have unlocked, what you want to purchase. If you want to purchase, or longer you play it, you just unlock them. Over here on the left side, though, I just found out recently, you can go to the backpack, and if you have these unlocked, you can change your backpack. So I got this little guy just unlocked yesterday, so I got a cool little radio backpack. A little attachment on the bottom, got a little 6-pack of cola, in case you get a little thirsty out there, just reach back and quench it. You got some more cosmetics. Different raider tool if you get the flickering flame event all the way done. Emotes. You're not going to be able to have all these emotes, so you're going to have to pick between what you have. I don't have this one on my emote wheel, so let's press equip. There's 4 of them that we can't remove. Why? Because that says yes, no, don't shoot, team up. Pretty generic. They want you to have those all the time, so you're not putting in anything crazy. But what you can replace is thank you. If I don't want thank you and I want compass check, boom, click that. Now I have it on my emote wheel. Scrappy. This just changes the way it looks. Nothing crazy. So I mean, if you have these others unlocked, awesome. If not, I wouldn't focus too much on it. But this golden one does look pretty sick. All right, so there's your customization. Trials. The trial season is over. I didn't get all of them unlocked. Only got Rookie 2. Like I said, just got the game. The next season is going to be starting in 1 day, 15 hours. So if you want to be upgrading, Rookie 2 got this cool little jig. If you want the next one, you got to get Rookie 3 required. If you want to keep progressing, you got to get Try Hard 1, and so on and so forth, as you see. Projects. Right now, we have 2 of them going on, the Flickering Flame event and the Expedition. In the Flickering Flame event, let's click on it. I'm on 2 of 5 right now. I need to get a couple more pieces before I can move on. These are your merits. This will be the event's currency, right? So for the Flickering Flame, let's go to this event tab. I'm sorry, my portrait's covering up a little bit. The more you do, you get these merits. And once you get more merits, you unlock some cosmetics, some more of these candleberries, and some more raider tokens. You get all the way to the end, you get that cool raider tool that we're talking about. But on the project, it tells you what it wants. You got some candle holders, light bulbs, industrial battery, and candleberries. You turn those in, already turned them in, can't turn any more. You get these. This is a blueprint, merit, raider token. Expedition. Let's talk about this one. This is a pretty big one in the community right now. If you do it, this is optional. If you do all 6 of these, I only did 3, and you have 5 million extra coins, or it's 1 million per point, up to 5. So if you did all 6 of these, plus 5 million coins, and you opt into the expedition, you are going to lose your inventory, blueprints, coins, player level, skill points, quests, and stash upgrade. You basically go all the way back to the very beginning of the game. You'll get some bonuses like increased XP, increased storage space in your stash permanently, and you'll get those 5 extra points if you had 5 million. And with that, what you get to keep your cosmetics, your achievements, your unlocked maps, codex entries, raider tokens, and you'll keep those skill points going forward and stash space going forward. Why would you do it? It's a permanent account-wide buff. So if you're able to do all 6 of these and have those extra coins, I don't have it, so I can't. I got to miss this expedition, but I'll be jumping in on the next one. So the more you do this, the more buff you'll get over time to make it every wipe not as bad. This is my first extraction game. I didn't play Tarkov or any of those. So a system like this keeps the game fresh and it also pushes you towards a bigger goal to slightly over time, if you play more and more, get a competitive edge on people, having more points than them, having more XP bonuses than them. So if everyone's resetting and you've done 5 of them successfully, and that was my first one, like sure, we're both level 1, but you're going to have those 25 extra points if you maxed out as opposed to my 5. You're going to be gapping away from me more and more to eventually have a full skill tree. It's going to take people a lot of time, but again, it rewards the people that actually continuously play this game versus, like your other type of games. Traders just work her way left to right and make it easy. Celeste, she takes...
You're back.
I don't know why she's got to talk to us like that. She takes assorted seeds. In here is where you could buy some, interesting materials. I already bought all 5 of my simple gun parts today, and they come back in 7 hours. So you want to be the things that you need. Like, I upgrade guns a lot, so I'm going to want to buy as many parts as I can to keep these guns at level 3 or higher. If you need some of these blues, you could buy them. Early in the game, I would start collecting as much as you can to build up a little storage. Like I said, I got 300, so I don't need to be really collecting them anymore. But if I started buying way too much, I start dipping below 100, I'll probably start picking them up again. Up here, if you see next to the trader, is quests. Right now it's grayed out. She doesn't have a quest for us, but one of these other ones has some quests for us, and I'll show you what it looks like later on. Security.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. We're going to talk about what you offer. Cred. Cred is the system that's going to be up here. Let's click on it, and we'll come back to security. How are you getting cred? Right here. Complete 1 feat. 1 feat? Oh, that's pretty easy. Hornets destroyed. So I just got to destroy 2 hornets when I go into these matches, and I get 10 cred. And if I extract, I get 10 cred. So it's 20 cred just for one little thing. What can we use them on? Either we could go in security to buy things, or this raider deck. Let's go into the raider deck here in a little bit. We'll come back to it. So in here, doesn't have a quest for us, but we could buy things from her. So if you wanted to buy a pair of binoculars, it would take you 20 cred, as we just talked about. And you can only have 800 as your max. As you see, you get some better backpacks, some better modifications for your weapons, some better meds. But right now, I want to do the entire raider deck, so I'm not buying any of this. Gun shop.
You again?
Always me. Let's check this top side here. Quests unlocked. I did 3 out of the 4 steps already on this quest. If I do this last piece, search for papers in the security checkpoint on Stella Montes, these are the rewards I'm going to get. I'm going to get a level 3 Berletta, which is nice, a silencer, extended mag, and bullets. That's a pretty fun quest right there. But let's go back to see what they offer. So your gun shop obviously is going to buy guns, ammunition, and special guns with gun parts. So you can buy all your grays, some green, and some better guns. But we're going to get into the stash space to see why you're not going to be buying any of this stuff. Clinic. So when you're here at the clinic, this is a really fun one. I'm sure most people figured out by now, but again, if you're new to this and you haven't, it's red right now because I don't have one, but if you do a free loadout and you extract, you get to keep that gray backpack, the free loadout augment. You can come here to the clinic, turn that green or that gray one in, and get a green one for free instead of purchasing it or crafting it. So it's kind of where you see a lot of people, again, chasing that free loadout, because if they successfully extract with it, they can get all these free green looting MK1s to have much more storage space. You can get all of his meds here and his quests as well. Grenades and gadgets, same thing. If you want to buy any of this stuff, I strongly advise against it. But again, maybe you're somebody that just has way more money than most people, and you don't want to craft it. Just come purchase it. So those are all your traders. Let's go check out that deck that we're just talking about. Raider deck. So if you start getting cred just by playing the game, you can come in here and buy cosmetics. And to move on to page 2, you're going to need to do a certain amount of credits spent here to unlock page 2. As you see, I went through them and purchasing quite a bit. These little boxes are pretty interesting. So if you purchase this box, looks like 40 credits, you'll get a tactical MK2, luring grenade, and Wolfpack grenades. Pretty strong. So we can keep going down and we can see all these amazing rewards you get. These boxes are probably the best one. Look at that. You get a legendary snap hook. 2 purple looting backpacks. Nice. And some security keys. Sounds like a good time. Alright, there's the deck. Let's just go over the store quick. I'm not going to be spending money on this game, but I have 1,500 of the Raider tokens just from playing. Look at that. I could buy a bundle. If I wanted to get this bundle, I have it sitting in the bag. You can scroll down if you got some extra money that you want to get some tokens. Go ahead and look at it. Pretty interesting stuff in here. Next to that is your mailbox. If you've been playing during Christmas time, Cred has sent everybody 1,000 free tokens. Alright, so that's the top part of Speranza. Now we have the fun part down here in the inventory. Before we move on to the stash/inventory, talking about gun parts, attachments, and all that, we have to mention today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is DUBBY. DUBBY Energy is a powdered energy drink that replaces other inferior caffeine beverages We like where this is going already, guys. It contains 0 multidextrin, 0 fillers, 0 artificial colors and dyes, and it has no proprietary blend. You gotta look out for those proprietary blends. They sneak them in on things you really have no idea what they are. Even if you're trying to be a little healthier, it could add a bunch of sugars or additives that you have no idea. The star of the show is our coffee fruit extract, which helps with focus, no jitters, or crash. I'm telling you, those wild clips you guys are seeing me hit, it's because I'm taking a scoop of this before I get in. I'll have a description down below with the code FUNGUY for 10% off. Check out their website. They have over 10 unique flavors. They're absolutely amazing. And because they were so nice to us, they gave us some extra. We have multiple samples that will be given away. We have our live streams every Wednesday. That is correct. Next Wednesday is, in fact, Christmas Eve. We will be live streaming from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to apply to see if you can win these, jump in that live stream, and I'll be telling you guys what to put in the chat. And at the end of that, we'll pick a winner, and we'll be sending this out to whoever wins. Inventory, we talked over a little bit on how to add and unadd attachments to your gun. Simply, you're going to want the gun on, like actually attached, equipped. And if you don't want this tactical stock anymore, you can take it off. You can shift click it, and it goes into your inventory. And then from your inventory, if I shift click again, it goes right onto the gun because it's equipped. We can go in greater detail on all of those if you guys want in later videos, but it's pretty straightforward. You can click and drag, it goes on, or shift click everything off. But the big one that I was telling you before is your storage space. For the next upgrade, it's 200,000 coins. So just to gain 24 slot, I need 200,000 coin to get there. It's going to be counterintuitive to that 5 million mark that we're just talking about. I know it's about to end, so there's really no point to be pushing for any of this. But for that next season when it comes out, you're going to see that extra stash space for those people that got the expedition done is really going to come in handy. Stash management, if you want to, you can look specifically at items here on the left side if you just want augments, just shields, just weapons. Instead, I go category all because I have no problem sifting through, but if you're somebody that wants to find specifically what we're looking for, like quick use, I know that's going to be over here on this quick use tab, so I don't really want to sift through everything. I just want to look at what I can actually put on. Keys, crafting material, miscellaneous. Shift through all that, no problem. Now, upgrading your gun, right? You could either do it in the gunsmith bench like we showed you, or I have an anvil. I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. Oh, but it's level 1. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you have the parts to upgrade, right click, upgrade, and it goes right to that specific gun. Just because I had a couple in here, I didn't know what one it would be. But it's that one right there that we open. It tells you what you need. Those mechanical components I was telling you about, simple gun parts. The first upgrade from 1 to 2, you're only increasing durability. As you see, you go from 100 to 110. Well, that's not the biggest deal, right? Like, no one's really worried about a little bit of durability. But here's the big difference. From 2 to 3, now we're getting reduced dispersion recovery time and increased rate of fire. Wow. And some durability. Again, durability is nice, but it's not really what we're upgrading for. That 25 to 50, that's going to be very nice. Everyone's going to want that because this thing hits really hard, but it's also really slow on reload time. Let's upgrade it again. Now we got an Anvil 3. Let's check it out. Anvil 4. Check out that dispersion again. Going from 12.5 to 18.75. 75% increased rate of fire. This is going to be amazing. But high risk, high reward. If you're willing to upgrade this all the way to level 4 and you're going to go in, I hope you pick your fights very carefully because you're not going to want to lose that and give somebody else a level 4 anvil. It's going to be pretty sad. That will wrap up today's video. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you found anything useful out of this. If you did, put it down in the comments below. Also, let me know what you'd like in the next video. If you want more gameplay, if you want more tips and tricks, if you want me to go back to Battlefield 6, Valorant, or PUBG and give you guys update videos on that, just let me know down below. We're so close to that 100 subscriber mark, I can almost taste that ice cream cake. Alright, with that, stay fun, guys.